I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, sensational day here at Charters Towers. Justin Odie here from Queensland Rural, bringing you a quick market wrap-up from today's prime and store sale for the 27th of May. I tell you what, a massive yard in there, the biggest one for the year so far, 4,400 cattle, 2,000 primes, and there was about 2,400 store cattle there on offer there as well. About 400 bullocks, a big run of 800 odd kill heifers and 800 cows approximately, with only a handful of bulls in this week's market. But I tell you what, proper red hot. The best of those bullocks here today, big, heavy, well finished bullocks, 440 cents. For plenty of those good bullocks making, you know, any of those heavyweight fellas, 425 to 35 very consistently. But any of those, you know, 500 plus kilo bullocks with plenty of make and shape about them, making $4 to $4.20 very easily in a canter. There wasn't much under $4 in that bullock section there today. There was a genuine heavy kill bullock. Onto the heifers there today. There was a couple of bigger runs of heifers there. The best of those there today out kind of 385 cents or something for some good heavy kill heifers. But majority of the run there in those heifer section, 360, 370 every day of the week. So massive lifts there on that bullock and that kill heifer market. Onto the cows though. This is where we've seen big lifts and big improvements once again. The very best of the cows this week, I've seen a pen of the Kirkwood cows there, local Charters Towers cows, make 405 cents for some dead set, dinky dye, heavy, well-finished Brahman cows. I'll tell you what, that job was just on fire there today. We had a southern processor that we haven't seen has finally come up and greeted us with his presence. So it was good to see him very active in today's market and certainly helping that cow job along. Back off those very best of those cows, there was plenty of those better end good kill cows making 95 to 98, then proper smick, lead pens out of the drafts of cows, but plenty of those good kill cows making, 70 to 90 all day of the week. Them good heavy kill cows were making it in a canter there today. Even coming back down into your sub kind of 450 kilo cows, the very lead of them still getting out to 380 cents, I should say. Maybe 85 there for a few of them better, well-finished, rounded out cows. Coming off those, those cows there, them lighter end cows with still plenty of grease about them, 400 kilos, they were still making 360 and 370 all day as well. So we've had a tremendous hit on those cows there this week as well. Bulls, not a lot to quote for the best of those, at about 360, 70 cents I've seen, but pretty isolated for the heavy kill bull there today. Onto the stores, there's about 2,400 stores, about 50-50 between the steers and heifers there as well. So we had some real good quality runs of Brahman steers there today. I've seen a pen of the Neil steers, some kind of light feedery type fellas. They were probably 360 or 70 kilos. Got out to $4.20. Was probably the lead of those genuine, proper good young feeder steers. So there was a fairly good increase in that feeder market there as well. Any of those heavy end steers though in that feeder job, kind of $3.80 to $4. If they had a bit of crossing them, maybe $4.10 or $20 there as well. So some good lifts there in that. Probably didn't have the young, fresh weaners that we had on last week's market that really got out to the tops. So we are probably going to be back in the very top of them this week. But those cattle lists weren't there. But the very best of them, I still see some crossbreds get out to 455 or 60 cents there in places. For some isolated pens. It just wasn't runs of those fresh new weaners coming through in that crossbred type. Any of those good Brahman steers though today are still making $4.20 and $30 though in those lighter end steers. So coming back from that, if they're a lighter plainer steer, they were probably anywhere from $3.80 to $4.20 on those lighter northern type Brahmans. Onto the heifer job there today. That heifer job was pretty consistent from whether she was a little veal heifer or right the way through to a heavy heifer. Those better end heifers making 350 to 370 cents most of the day. I think the lead pen of the feeder heifers got out to about 385 that I've seen. And then coming back off those big heavy kill heifers, there was some kind of heifers that go each way, whether you wanted to feed them or kill them in that feeder section. They were kind of 360, 370 cents for a run of Brahman heifers throughout them. Back onto your veal job, that heavy veal job that anything that had a bit of cover and could go back and kill. Plenty of those heifers making 330 to 340 cents for them nice little plum weaner heifers. If they were just a little bit rougher in the coat, but you go back in the paddock, nice little tidy store heifer, $3 to $3.20. If they were a lighter, plainer, quality condition heifer, especially if they were a little light Brahman that just didn't have that shine or bloom on them, you were probably shopping through, your 280 to 290 cents on those. So a very good day we have had on the store section. Only 2 pens of cows and calves there today. Got out to 1,625 for some nice Brahman cows and some little calves there as well. So a good result on the cows and calves. Just a reminder too, ladies and gentlemen, we have got 2 sales next week. We have got a Wednesday sale and a special Friday store sale as well. So if you've got any fats that you want marketed, you want to get amongst this good kill money at the moment, make sure you get in touch with the Queensland Rural Agent to book them in for Wednesday. And also, make sure if you want to buy or sell some cattle, get in touch with Queensland Rural, and we're sure to help you market or buy some cattle at Friday's store sale. Thank you.